What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Coffee with Dudes. I am doing a little bit of a solo pod today, and I wanted to hop on and shoot a quick video of my current status right now, what's going on. And the first thing is, I ate like crap this last almost entire week. We had family in town this past weekend, and everything that we did when family, not everything, most of the things that we did when family was here in town, we ate out, right? We had reservations to restaurants. We went out to brunch, did breakfast, got coffee, went to dinner, and like multiple times throughout the weekend. And I ate a bunch of candy when we were back here at the house too. So it's safe to say that calories went completely out the window, wasn't tracking anything. You guys know me, I'm huge on tracking. The only thing that I would track is like the first thing that I started for the day. So I at least got on the board some way, shape, or form. But kept my streak going. Some of you guys know I have a streak going on MyFitnessPal track for like thousands of days in a row, right? Is it perfect? No. Is there something? Have I put something on the board every single day, even when I just blow completely off the rails like how I did this weekend? Yes. So I wanted to hop on here and say, what is my plan now? What is my plan of action? How do I get back into the swing of things? So it is Sunday. The first thing that we did is we went and we grocery shopped. So that's one thing I needed to do, right? I needed to get on the back on the wagon, right? I needed to get some good high quality food, set myself up for success heading into the week, not feel bad for myself, not continue to derail on this roller coaster and continue to keep sliding downhill. It's like, no, let's just go to get right back in the routine. I didn't have to finish out today, Sunday, right? Heading into the week. This is Sunday when I'm shooting this. I didn't have to basically continue the trend into dinner and then into tomorrow, Monday, right? And then try to go, oh man, now I should start doing things right. It's like, no, I wasn't to the end completely of Sunday yet. We could still, so what we did for dinner was we had a chicken salad, right? We kept it really light in calories, high in protein, starting to feel like myself again. And so, in hydrating too, right? Hydrating really, really well. And then tonight I plan to go to sleep really, really early and get some awesome, awesome sleep so that I can head into Monday feeling amazing so I don't feel like trash. Now, am I expecting anything crazy out of myself? No. Um, I'm going to kind of feel like the stuff that I ate, right? So, like, I understand that I've made my bed and now I got to lay in it. So I've earned that, right? So now I've gone grocery shopping. I've got high quality sources of protein. I got my chicken. I got beef. Um, we already had lettuce. We had greens, spinach, broccoli, all the stuff, right? um, and maybe I'll post a grocery list on here too. Maybe we'll shoot a pod on that as well as like what does our average weekly grocery list look like for Alex and I currently at the moment? If that would help you guys, just let us know. But anyways, went to the grocery store, and so now I'm excited to at least already start getting back on the wagon, having done that and taken that care of. But I've also done a great job hydrating the second half of the day today, as well as we had a really lean dinner. So now with those two things combined, I don't completely just let the entire 24 hours be derailed, right? Had a big coffee combined with some brunch this morning, right? And so, and lunch was basically leftovers from the night before, right? So, which was Mexican food, which is my favorite. So we're like continuing that trend, right? Until early afternoon. And then we said, you know what? All right, we got to shut it down. Uh, what are we going to do for dinner? Let's do something super lean. Did we have to have dinner? No, but we're still kind of hungry. So we're like, what are we going to have? We did a chicken salad, like I said, right? And what consists of that? One piece of, you guys know I love, and we talked about it before, is the ghost pepper. One slice of ghost pepper cheese, green goddess dressing. It is made by Primal Kitchen, which is phenomenal. Really good ingredients, lower calorie, still really good. On a mixed bed of greens, and then chopped up tomatoes. What else was in there? Half an avocado, uh, 8 ounces of chicken breast for each of us, and then feel like I'm missing something. Maybe chopped up carrots. I can't remember. Something like that. Something super simple. Anyways, really lean, high protein. I'm going to feel good going into bed tonight. And then also because we ate it fairly early, and then waking up tomorrow so that I can train first thing in the morning. And then tomorrow is business as usual, right? Like I'm right back. I'm hitting my workout first thing in the morning before I jump on the computer and do work stuff. I'll immediately after my workout, I'll have a post-workout shake, right? So I'll have my spinach, blueberries, 1 to 2 scoops of protein, PB Fit, and what else do I put in there? Banana, right? And I have banana in there as well too. So I'll get right back onto my shake. And then for lunch, I usually do the same thing. It's either 3 to 4 eggs. I'll either go 3 eggs, 1 slice of cheese, or I'll go 4 eggs, no cheese. That's just kind of what I prefer to do. Sometimes I'll have a snack in there if I have a Bear Bells protein bar tomorrow or a Chomp stick, right? So both of those are going to be about 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, or 80 calories with about 10 to 12 grams of protein, right? So both good, really good snacks to hold me over until lunch, till I get to those eggs. And then for dinner, we just get creative with the stuff that we have. We already have our protein sources. It kind of just depends what we want to have for dinner that night. So whether it's, tacos, bowls, what else? We have a bunch of stuff. So it just kind of depends. We kind of mix and match with the ingredients. And that's a cool thing of just like already having your protein sources ready to go. You can kind of see what you have and whether you wanted to make tacos, taco bowls, burrito bowls, chicken sandwiches, something with chicken. Sometimes we do like a chicken meatball, like, and some marinara, like, things like that. It's always around a high protein source. And so really simple, easy way to get back in the swing of things. And of course, I didn't mention this, but even though we ate terrible this weekend, one thing that stayed steady and consistent was our energy expenditure, AKA our steps. We walked over 10,000 steps every single day. And so today is no different. I'm at about 9.8K right now. So I'll walk a little bit before we go to bed and I'll be well over 10,000. No problem. So that's the kind of one thing that I know, no matter what, whether family's visiting and we're eating totally out of our routine, like, one thing's for sure is I can, and that's because we were out doing stuff, right, and staying active. But the one thing that always just kind of remains the same for me, now everybody else can have like their own staple, but for me to stay consistent is tracking my food, good, bad, ugly, and different. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just put something on the board. That's the one thing. That's like my one anchor. And then the other one is usually my energy expenditure, my steps. I usually get not easily, but most days easily 10,000 steps a day. Now, is 10,000 just an arbitrary number? Yes, it is. Sometimes my goal is 8,000. Sometimes it's 7,500. Sometimes, right now it's 10,000. So I easily got my 10,000 steps each and every single day this weekend when we had family visits. So whatever your anchor is, harness in on that thing. Some of you, it might be hydration. Some of you, it might be managing stress. Like, think of your anchor as the 1 to maybe 2 things that you can do no matter what, even on crazy weeks when you got like what I had, right? Like, family was here, you're going to get out of your routine. What's the 1 or 2 things that you can do that no matter what happens, you're like, I know these 2 things will give me confidence to continue to keep progressing forward and understand that when I do get off, I'm not completely off. I still have my anchor that's holding me, strong. But yeah, what are those 1 to 2 things that you feel like are important for you? Again, mine is logging at least something imperfectly, right? Just showing up, put something on the board today on my food log in MyFitnessPal. And the other thing, usually, if I add a close second, is my energy expenditure. Whatever my target is for my steps is like hitting that, making it a non-negotiable. I'm not getting into bed until I've hit it, sort of thing, right? So that's just for me. That's just how I operate. That's what keeps me steady. That's what keeps me consistent. That is what allows me to get off and be imperfect, but still, allow myself just a little bit of momentum going into the next day, knowing that I got off track, but I'm like, hey, I didn't get all the way off because I still did my 1 to 2 anchors. So it just gives you a whole lot of confidence heading into tomorrow. So you don't feel like you're, starting from zero, so to speak. It kind of feels like that from the way we ate this weekend, but knowing that I did, I logged something on the board for myself and I also got good step counts. That gives me just a little bump, the little push, the little sense of like, hey man, just keep continuing to pick up off, where you left off yesterday, meaning today, like when I wake up tomorrow, so, and that's just what worked for me. So hopefully I wanted to shed some light on that and tell you guys my action plan. Hopefully that was helpful. If you guys did find it helpful, let me know. We'll also, what was the other thing that we just talked about when we first hopped on? Oh, if you guys want to hear about what I'm curious to know what Alex's grocery list looks like right now, and I could talk about mine as well. because they change over time, right? I gave you guys some items that are on there, but we can go through. I can literally share a copy of my grocery list that I get every week if that'll be helpful for you guys. And I'd be curious to see what Alex's is too. So maybe we could do that on our next call. But until then, we love hearing from you guys. Shoot us a message if this was helpful. Maybe share it with somebody that you know, like, and love. And we will catch you guys on the next one.